Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about The Man Who Knew Too Much. And this movie came out in 1934. This is the 34 version, also directed by Alfred Hitchcock. I already covered the 1956 version, I believe, with Jimmy Stewart. I really love that movie, and I've never seen this one before. And I haven't seen too many of Hitchcock's 20s or 30s films. I've seen The 39 Steps and Sabotage, which came out in the 30s, and I've seen Blackmail. But I believe that's it, and I was curious to check out his 30s movies because I have enjoyed those. And I do like how this movie definitely feels like a movie from him. It does feel as though this movie was, in ways, ahead of its time, just from how it was presented visually. I love how it's shot, and it's just very interesting to watch, and it's not boring visually. You can definitely tell that it's a movie from him, and that's something that I really value in this movie, and that's easily one of my favorite parts about it, is that it has style, it has a personality, and it helps keep me going through the film, and I'm not just watching the movie for the plot or what's going to happen next in the script. It's like, oh, there's actual thought put into how you would present these things visually, and I love that that's in this movie. And I like the acting, and I do feel as though there's plenty to appreciate about it. And I do like the characters and their dynamics, and also the dialect. I did enjoy that to a certain extent. It was like being pulled back in time when these sayings and phrasings were a bit more natural, and it was just fun for me. And like a lot of Hitchcock films, there's some striking visuals in this movie that really stuck with me, and I really appreciate the film for that. It's just memorable and interesting. And I believe one of his quotes is that to make a movie very effective, I'm paraphrasing here, is that make the audience suffer as much as possible, which I find to be kind of interesting. And overall, I would say most of my enjoyment came from me appreciating what this movie was able to do, not so much as a film on its own detached from that, because I do feel as though the 56 version is a perfect blend between a compelling narrative and a film that has style to it, that feels like it's from Alfred Hitchcock. Whereas this movie, it feels like an Alfred Hitchcock film, but the story just wasn't really doing a whole lot for me. It wasn't bad or just poorly presented necessarily for the most part, but my problem with it would be that while watching it, I was like, yeah, this is good. I don't hate what I'm watching, but I am constantly catching myself thinking of other things while watching it, because a style can only carry me for so long. And don't get me wrong, I did like this movie overall, and it did have some good scenes, and it was nice and short. It was like 70 minutes, and it just felt like, yep, that went by pretty well for me. I'm glad that I watched it, but still, there were some parts where I was a little uninvested, and I was like, where are we going with this now? And the cops in this movie were just portrayed as idiots, basically, to me, and I was like, all right, you're not really portraying them in a realistic way. But that might be due to the fact that it was just a part of the time, and it was a less common knowledge to know what cops would actually do in any given situation. But in this movie, it's like, I don't know if I fully believe that or not. And one other positive that I do have for this film is that I do like how quickly the plot of the movie got started and how it was presented. I was like, okay, this works for me. I like this. And I was curious to see whether or not this was going to be a bottle film, but it's not really a bottle film. There's not too many different locations in this film, but I wouldn't classify this film as a bottle type film. And that's about all I have to say about The Man Who Knew Too Much from 1934. It was good. I liked it. Would I watch it again? Probably not. I'll just check out the 56 version over this, but still good, worth watching. But I'll rewatch 1956, The Man Who Knew Too Much over this. So With all that being said, I'm going to give The Man Who Knew Too Much from 1934 a 6 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos. As always, if you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below you thought of The Man Who Knew Too Much from 1934, and my social media links, they will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for Death at a Funeral from 2007. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.